you. Thank you, Sharon. Woo, what would I have done without Sharon? Okay. I'm muting people, and as I'm muting people, people are coming into the class. So let's go ahead and join her in and then mute her as well. All right. Anyway, like I was saying, you know, wherever these spiders, wherever these bugs are coming from, right? We don't necessarily care as much where they come from. We just want them to go away, right? We don't like bugs, okay? So whereas everybody's got bugs, people have them in different levels, in different frequency, right? So I want to give credit to this particular website. It's called One Essential Community. I found the following information. I got there. I didn't get the slides from there, but I got the information from there, and I thought it was really good. So what I want everybody to do is have your phones ready to take some screenshots, because there's going to be some really good practical information that you're going to get if you care about keeping your bugs away. If you got bugs, right? We don't want to just, name our bugs. We want to get rid of our bugs, right? We don't want them setting up shop and becoming a part of our household, right? We want them gone, okay? So I'm going to be giving away some really cool bug catchers at the end of this class, okay? It literally clips onto your keychain, onto your purse, onto your backpack. It's a little bug catcher. You put your oils that we're going to talk about in here, and you've got them handy whenever you see a bug, or when you don't see a bug, when you don't want to see a bug. In your car, in your home, wherever it might be that the bugs are going to be there, you want to have something handy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The natural spider repellent. Now, like I say, get your phones ready to take some snapshots. Okay. Peppermint is probably one of the best essential oils to repel spiders. Okay. Now, we were just talking about spiders. We understand that spiders are good, right? They eat the harmful bugs. They eat the bugs that we don't like. They're actually good for the environment to have them. However, we just don't like them in our homes, do we? Right? So here you go. And what this does is this repels them so that you don't have to deal with them once they're already in your home. You're going to keep them out of your home. Okay. So get yourself a spray bottle, or you can use, like I say, one of these. 2 people are going to get these little handy dandy spray bottles. This is your bug repeller right here. 2 people are going to get this after class, and it'll probably go to those that are the most vocal after class. I want questions, I want comments, I want all of those things. So anyway, that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to keep them away. We're trying to keep them out, right? We don't want them in our space, right? Let them go to their own home. This is our home, right? They don't pay rent. We don't want them here, right? So you spray this around the door, your door jamb, and I just spray it all around the door frame, okay? Around your window sills, right? These are the areas where they're coming in, right? We also know that cracks, crevices, basements, those types of things are also places. But any doorway or any windowsill that leads into the living areas of your home are good places for this peppermint. They don't like the smell. They don't like it. But it's not just spiders who don't like peppermint. There's a lot of other bugs who don't like peppermint as well. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. What about flies? All right, anybody got flies? Anybody got fly problems? Okay, here you go again. Spray bottles are going to be your best friend, okay? All you do is you put in some drops of these and take a snapshot of this. If you don't have an oil, fine, don't use it. Use what you've got, right? So just keep this handy. I have mine right up on my kitchen sink, and several times a day, I'll just take a sweep through the bottom portion of my home, around the door jambs, the windowsills. Takes me all of 10 seconds to do it. And maybe more than 10 seconds. But anyway, it doesn't take very long. Give it a good spray around, and it'll to keep the flies at bay. And that's exactly what we want, is we want to keep them out. We don't want to have to worry about them once they come in. We want to keep them out, right? So take a snapshot of this before I advance to the next slide. All righty, roaches. Roaches are the worst, right? Who thinks roaches are the worst? I do. I would rather see a spider in my home any day, or a fly, than a roach. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is that they are very hard to catch, and two, they are very hard to kill. I literally think these bugs are designed to survive the nuclear disasters, right? I mean, these roaches are just, I mean, you just, it's so hard to kill them, right? It's like they've got some kind of armor around them, right? Well, again, prevention is the best thing you can do. Keeping them out, that way you don't have to run around, jump on your furniture, and yell for the man of the house to come and kill it. And of course, he never gets there in time. And what happens? The roach gets away, right? So either one, we got to man up and get these things, or two, get yourself your bug killer, right? Little spray, put in a couple of these oils, and spray it around in the areas where they're coming in, right? Now, one thing about roaches, which I don't know, I don't know the validity or the truth to this. Like I say, I give credit to, the website that I just given credit to. What she said was that roaches usually don't come in through doors or windows, which I don't believe that, because I think that they hang out around the doors, whatever, and as soon as you open the door, they sneak on in. That's my theory anyway. I mean, they're certainly not knocking now, are they, right? We don't really know how they're getting in, but we just want to keep them from getting in, right? So again, peppermint, peppermint, peppermint. They hate peppermint, okay? As much as we love peppermint, bugs hate peppermint. Peppermint is one of the top oils that you're going to find. It goes all the way through this whole Zoom class is going to be peppermint, but there's going to be a couple others, and we're going to talk about those in just a minute. All right. Now, a bug repelling diffuser bracelet. How awesome is that, right? Not only do you smell awesome, but the bugs are leaving you alone. Who wants mosquitoes? Who wants ticks? Who wants all of these things while you're enjoying the outdoors, right? Citronella. This is going to be another one of your oils that you want in your arsenal. It's not an expensive oil, and it smells pretty decent. It's got a very, very strong lemony type of a smell, but the bugs hate citronella. So again, citronella, put it on your list of oils that you want to put in your bug spray to keep those little critters away, right? Lemongrass. Now, lemongrass, I actually have that diffusing downstairs right now. I diffuse basically almost every day now. For quite some time, I've been diffusing lemongrass and peppermint. I'm kind of a creature of habit. Lemongrass is a very cheap oil. And again, bugs hate it. Okay. They don't like it. And it smells really, really nice. It's got a very strong citrus smell to it. And it permeates the entire home. I mean, when people walk in, they notice that you've got some smell going on in your house. It smells wonderful. It's invigorating at the same time. It's energizing. It's awakening. It'll make you feel like doing spring cleaning every day, right? I'm just joking. And then, of course, lavender. Now, that was something that was news to me. because I never would have thought that lavender. Now, I know that lavender is good for after the bug bites you, right? Lavender is very, very good for bug bites. And you put it on your skin and it'll make it go away lickety split, right? But it also helps to repel the bugs. That I did not know. Take a screenshot of this. These are your top 10 oils. If you don't have them, you need them. Okay, I have every one of these. If you don't have these, put them in your shopping cart and grab them. Make yourself a list, right? Just maybe get one a month or something like that. Cedarwood. Now, how many people have heard about, cedarwood in the closets and stuff, keeping moths at bay? Well, there's something to that, right? Cedarwood, not to mention that cedarwood smells wonderful. It's a very, very relaxing. It's very, very good to put on at the end of the day when you're relaxing. It's good to put on when you're asleep. Cedarwood is a very relaxing, very different than what I was saying about lemongrass. I would not put lemongrass on in my diffuser when I'm going to sleep, but I would put cedarwood. Cinnamon. A cinnamon was one that Maria just told me about the other day. And when she said it, it was after class and we were all just chit-chatting about the spiders. And I was touting the peppermint and she said cinnamon. And I was like, I just kept on going with the peppermint, and the lemongrass. But when she said that, it got me thinking, yes, cinnamon works great. The bugs hate cinnamon and we want what the bugs hate, right? If you don't want bugs, get what they hate, right? Whatever it is that you want out of your house, get what they hate. Even your teenage kids that are hanging out there too long. I'm just teasing. Anyway, I'm talking about your adult kids, not teenage kids. And that was totally a joke. Anyway, lemon eucalyptus, lavender, we just talked about that, lemongrass, peppermint. Now, this is an interesting one. Your citrus blends, or not blends, but whether it's a blend or just a straight citrus. I didn't know that bugs don't like citrus. You've got wild orange, grapefruit, lemon, lime, bergamot, right? They don't like these. That was news to me. Spearmint and tea tree. Now, I could understand because spearmint is very close to peppermint, although I actually like the smell of spearmint better. And tea tree, I could see them not liking tea tree. All right, so again, cedarwood. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go through each of these oils. I'm going to kind of go quickly. If you want additional information, if you want to read this a little closer, take a screenshot. But look at this. Natural flea and tick treatment often contain cedarwood. Now, isn't that interesting? It's good at repelling bugs, flies, silverfish, mosquitoes. Okay? I mean, this is awesome. Now, what about this? Just take a few drops of cedarwood, put it on cotton balls, and place them in your closet and drawers. That will keep the moths away and give you great, fresh smelling clothes. I think that that's an excellent idea. Again, cinnamon, very strong smell. Okay. Now, who likes wasps? I absolutely hate wasps. I don't mind bees as much. I don't like wasps because they're mean. Bees usually have a purpose. They're usually busy, like the busy bee. They're usually doing something that they need to be doing or whatever, but we hate wasps, right? Cinnamon, there we go. Okay. And these are actual studies that they have done, on these oils. And cinnamon, according to the study, has the potential to kill mosquito larvae even better than DEET. Now, I think a lot of us have heard, I know up in Alaska, we hear a lot about DEET. I'm from Alaska, and, DEET was very, very important up there. Why? Because the mosquitoes were vicious up in Alaska. They knew that they had a very short season, and they were big and they were vicious. And DEET was a buzzword up there because we understood that DEET worked to keep the mosquitoes away. Well, cinnamon has the potential to work even better than DEET. Okay. Now, they say that it has not been tested against adult mosquitoes. That was as of the time that this was written. But cinnamon Very, very good. Ants, wasps, the things that we just don't like. Now, citronella, one of the best known essential oils to repel mosquitoes. Now, according to the National Pesticide Information Center, citronella works so well. Why? Because it masks the scents that are attractive to bugs, namely carbon dioxide and lactic acid. These are things that we give off. That's what tells the bugs that we are here, right? Why do you think they all just come in for the kill, right? They smell. We don't smell them, but they're smelling us, right? Citronella masks the smell. So when we wonder what makes this work so good, well, this here you have it. Now, lemon eucalyptus. This is actually just one essential oil. It's not two. It's not lemon and eucalyptus together, right? It's from the Eucalyptus citriodora tree, which is native to Australia. But the reason that it works so good, okay, it contains that it's called a PMD, and it's an effective and long-acting mosquito repellent. Part of the reason it's long-lasting is that lemon eucalyptus evaporates more slowly than most other essential oils, and it will last for several hours. Isn't that interesting to know? Now, we understand that essential oils, they evaporate pretty quickly, but look at this. Here's one that actually lasts a little bit longer than those other ones. Now, when I say that they evaporate quickly, I'm not saying that you have to constantly be spraying, but you do have to continually reapply the oils, several times throughout the day. If you're going to be out all day, you got to keep reapplying it every hour or 2 hours, whatever. Same thing around the doors, a couple times a day. So anyway, I thought it was that pretty interesting information. Now, lavender is a great natural bug repellent. While it's always a good idea to dilute essential oils, lavender is so gentle that it can be used inside, outside, on plants, as well as on people and on pets. It's versatile, and it also helps to repel all kinds of bugs, from mosquitoes to head lice, to flies, to gnats, to ants, to bed bugs, to moths, spiders, ticks, and fruit flies. Wow. I mean, isn't that news? Who says, or who knew that before this class? I certainly didn't. I always thought lavender was, good to relax and good for your skin. Never did I ever think that it was also good for bugs. Lemongrass, I did know. And who doesn't like the smell of lemongrass? I don't think I did at the very beginning, because it's a very strong smell. But I've learned to love it. It just gives my home just such a nice smell. Thankfully, though, bugs don't like the smell. It's very closely related to citronella, and if you smelled both of them, you could see that. But it's well known, as well as citronella, for being very good to repel bugs. And lemongrass also works on a wide variety of pests, including chiggers, fleas, flies, fruit flies, no-see-ums, mosquitoes, and ticks. So it's a very, very good all-purpose, not to mention that it smells very good and that it is extremely cheap. All right, so peppermint. We already talked about peppermint as being quite possibly one of the best of all of these oils that we're talking about to keep these bugs out of our homes, okay? So I'm going to tell you the ones that, when I'm done with the last couple slides here of all the oils, I'm going to tell you about the ones that I think we should never do without. We talked about the citrus oils as well, not to mention that they smell great. I didn't know that citrus oils are very effective to repel bugs, but look at this: ants, cockroaches, gnats, head lice, moths, silverfish, spiders, ticks, weevils. They hate the smell of wild orange. Spearmint, another very good one. And this is one that I diffuse it just because I like the smell. Smells like, candy or gum. And then tea tree, take a snapshot of this. I love tea tree for my hair, not for bugs in my hair. I don't know why I just said that. Anyway, I put tea tree in my hair when I'm done with my shower. Nothing to do with bugs, okay? All right, let's keep it rolling here. All right, so the oils that I think that everybody should have for bugs are 1, peppermint, 2, lemongrass, and 3, citronella. Those are the 3 that I think are covering a full spectrum. And so here, this is, we're going to kind of go through here. And I want everybody to kind of see the oils that are jumping out at almost every one of them. In particular, those 3 that I just mentioned. Okay. So we've got ants, okay, already, peppermint, beetles, peppermint, bed bugs, peppermint, cockroaches, peppermint. You see what I'm saying? There are similarities to these bugs with the oils. Similarities as in, you know, a lot of bugs don't like the same type of an oil. Flies, again, peppermint. Okay. Now I also want everybody to keep in mind the lemongrass. Okay. Lice, again, peppermint. Spiders, peppermint. And now also look at citronella, okay? Stink bugs, the only oil, peppermint. Box elder bugs, peppermint, right? Mosquitoes, okay, now we're seeing peppermint as, yes, it's there, but citronella, we're seeing lemongrass, right? Same with wasps, we're seeing lemongrass. Ticks, now we're seeing the citronella and the lemongrass also. The moths, citronella, but also peppermint. Fleas, we've got the lemongrass, we've got the citronella, and we've got the peppermint. And there are some really, really cool do-it-yourself flea collars for dogs. Literally, it's a bandana. You put it in some water that's got a few drops of these essential oils, and you just squeeze out, even for cats, there's cats and dogs, and you squeeze it out, you let it dry, and then you wrap it around them, and it has that essential oil in that bandana. And people are loving it for flea and tick remedies. Now we want to talk about bottles, okay? Because now I gave you guys a lot of information on the repellent, but there's got to be a way that we use that, right? There's got to be a way that we deliver it. Well, if it's going to be something that you're using personally for yourself, you can use a roll-on, or you can use the spray bottle, okay? If you're going to be putting this around your house, the perimeter of maybe your picnic table, or, you're going to want a spray bottle, okay? So I want to show everybody on this next slide here, these are my 3 favorite websites for getting spray bottles, for getting roll-on bottles, even diffusers. I've gotten diffusers from them. I get these books from them, these little A to Z guys. I get my big books from them. I like Oil Life. That's probably the one that I use the most. But I've purchased got oil supplies and aroma tools also. But I want everybody to take a snapshot if you need, and go to these different websites and just look around. You will be like, wow, you'd be like in a candy store. The stuff is just so cool. It's just such a nice website. So they have roller bottles, which if you're into natural perfume, a lot of the perfumes they actually make synthetically, trying to assimilate the essential oils. And then there are perfumes that actually do put essential oils in there. Roll-ons are very good for us to make our own perfumes, right? So I know I've got several roller bottles that I use in a day. Some are for my face. I use a roller bottle for underarm, even like a deodorant. I don't use antiperspirant. Antiperspirant is horrible for you. I don't use it, but I do put essential oils on. And then also whether it's, maybe for a particular ailment. It could be high blood pressure. It could be thyroid issues. It could be circulation. It could be heart problems. There's just a multitude of reasons that you could make a roller bottle. And all you have to do is just ask, hey, do you know how to make a roller bottle for high blood pressure? Ask whoever invited you to this class, or you can ask me, right? We've got some really good recipes for some of these things. And another thing too is this book here. And let me actually turn to, let's see if I can find. Okay, here's insect repellent, and it's calling for citronella. It's calling for lemon eucalyptus, and so it says apply topically to skin. So what you would do is you can actually mix the oils that you want in these bottles, just a few drops. Fill the rest up with fractionated coconut oil, and you just rub it on your skin. And I mean, it's just try it out. Right? It's definitely worth a try. So what I'm saying is that these are some tools that you could use to really get the most out of your essential oils. Not just those, but the spray bottles. And I'm beginning to love spray bottles more and more. So spray bottles are a great delivery method. It makes it very even, makes it very quick. You could spray it on your skin. What I've been starting to do, as opposed to what I was doing at first, was I would take a squirt of my FCO. I'd rub that on my legs for vein insufficiency. I'd rub the FCO on my legs. Then I'd put the cedarwood and lemon or helichrysum, and then I'd put that on. Well, what I'm doing now is I'm just putting it all in a spray bottle, the mixture in a spray bottle, and just spraying that and rubbing it. I just find it, it's quicker, it's easier. It's just, it's just better. And I've got my spray bottle right there, handy. Can take it with me if I'm going somewhere. I don't have to, bring all these little bottles and, big thing FCO or whatever. It's just in those little spray bottles. So spray bottles are going to be your best friend. And like I say, I've got 2 of them that I'm going to be giving away. Also, anybody who does not have one of these A to Z books, just let me know. We'll get your address and I will mail them out to you. All right. Who ordered their convention kit? I just ordered mine yesterday because it just came available. They had it last month. It sold out within like days, and it just came back. This is the best. This has got that full the Abode line, the full line. It's a brand new line. It gives you all kinds of house cleaning, dishwash detergent, laundry detergent, multi-purpose cleaner. Plus it gives you deep blue that has added copaiba in it. And it's a stick. Plus it gives you the On Guard chews. I cannot wait to try this stuff. So anyway, I'm really excited to go ahead and try this. Plus those beautiful bottles to where, you don't have to always be throwing away, plastic bottles, because plastic bottles usually don't get recycled. Of course, some people don't recycle at all. It is what it is. But anyway, to be better on the environment, to use something like that to where you're not throwing more things away than is what's necessary. Anyway, that is the end of my class. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to